Hi, this is Danny from Mysterious Things Tarot, where I tell you a mystery story and then we look at the tarot cards to see if we can find some more information. Today I'm going to do an update on the Delphi murder situation. There's been some new information that's come out, so I thought I'd do a reading on that and see how the investigation is going into the murders of Abby and Libby. So let's get started. A new FBI poster on the Delphi killings removes some of the suspect description. The flyer includes images of Libby German and Abigail Williams, along with an image of the suspect from Libby's phone and a sketch. So what is missing is the height, weight, and age of the suspect. The request to remove the information came from the Indiana State Police, and it released a following statement. The Indiana State Police has received many media inquiries since our December 6th press release concerning Anthony Schatz, and eventually the identification of a man, which is blacked out. Your questions are certainly relevant as they relate to a long, complex, and extremely complicated murder investigation. During the last nearly 5 years, we have conducted dozens of secondary investigations based on information we received. One of those investigations included a possession of child pornography case, resulting in the arrest of a man. The information we have, and continue to receive concerning the man has ebbed and flowed over these last few years. We understand there was a period of time that passed between 2017 and 2020 when the man was not arrested and incarcerated for possession of child pornography. Once the Indiana State Police presented the criminal case to the Miami County prosecutor in June of 2020, immediate action was taken by both the Indiana State Police and the Miami County Prosecutor's Office, which ultimately resulted in the man's arrest. Like so many other pieces of this investigation, we will always review, learn from, and make any necessary adjustments. We do not believe that any person has done anything intentionally wrong, but we will continue to critically evaluate our efforts. We know there is an enormous interest in the why of everything we do, but we cannot and will not speculate. One day, you will have the opportunity to see and know what we do, and we look forward to that day. The Delphi Task Force requested the FBI to remove the physical descriptions listed on the flyer. Investigators do not want to discourage or stop the public from submitting a tip because the person does not specifically meet the height, weight, and age description. Investigators would like the public to focus on the photo of the man on the bridge, focus on the voice recording, and the second sketch that was released by law enforcement. The second sketch was the younger-looking person, the younger-looking man. Abigail Williams and Liberty German went missing while walking on a trail near the Monon High Bridge in Delphi on February 13th, 2017. Their bodies were found nearby a day later. On February 15, 2017, the police released cell phone images from Liberty's phone showing a suspect in the case coming across the bridge toward the girls. A week later, the police released audio from German's phone.
Guys.
On July 17, 2017, police released the first sketch of the suspect they would like people to look at very carefully. So that's what we have. Those with information about the case can still email Abby and Libby Tip at cacoshrf.com with as much information as possible. They would like things like the suspect's name, date of birth or approximate age, a physical description, including height, weight, hair color, eye color, an address or a location, or including the city, right? Vehicle information, including year, make, model, color, and a specific reason for the tip. Why would this person be the suspect? And what would be their motivation for the crime? And what connection would that person have to Delphi, Indiana? Police say individuals don't need to have all of those pieces to send in a tip, but they do ask to include as many details as possible. So I'm going to do a reading on why the police have changed this flyer, this poster. And we'll see what's going on with the law enforcement and which direction they might be heading. So let's ask the cards and see what they have to say. So I've done a bit of shuffling off camera. Do a little bit more here. And we'll see what the cards want to tell us. Now that's just fumble fingers. Maybe a card in there trying to come out. Let's do one quick shuffle. See what we can find. Well, this guy's on top, so let's see what he has to tell us. He split us up a couple of times here. And one more. Oh, and there it comes. Okay. Take a look at this and see what we can come up with. First card up is, let's see if you can see, first card up is the Hermit. Hermit is things are still hidden and locked away. Answers are still in progress. I think, keeping people in the dark still, and the investigators are. here we have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is reversed. Excuse me. The Nine of Pentacles, they're still working like in an old, outmoded way. They're not thinking outside the box. Someone is not exactly kind of the old guard, continuing to do the same type of work they've always done may lead to an answer or not. But that's the process. It's a slow process. It's the way investigations are completed, and that's exactly the way this is going. I think this is frustrating for some. Here is the Five of Cups. And you can see here this person is just frustrated, depressed. Now they've got 5 cups here. So they do have some leads. Now 3 of them, it says 3 of them strong leads that they didn't pan out. But they still have a couple that they're still investigating. But they're very frustrated about how the law enforcement themselves are frustrated about how long this is taking and how slow the process is because of someone in their ranks that is doing everything by the book, which they should be. But it's frustrating to some of them that want to have more done. I think maybe that could be why they opened up let some of the information off of the newest poster that they put out. We'll see a little bit more what we can find out. Let's see here. Next cards that we have, 3 cards. I might as well pick them up at the same time. The first one is the Six of Wands. Look at this head spinning around in here. Now, this magician here sees this as a resolution. There are some previous efforts that they did that were worthwhile. I think that these are the guys back here. They've all been working on this. There may be a new investigator on the case, and he's spinning around the resolution. He believes this can be resolved. Now, the next is the Knight of Wands, and that's always messages to me. And these messages are what's holding this investigation back. So there are, there are messages coming in here. And I think there's some infighting in the law enforcement ranks. I think there are different ideas on how to proceed. Some of these guys think that this plodding way over here that they've been doing is holding it back. The new guy coming in might think they need to go a different way. So that's interesting. The last card here, can you see him? The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, he's going to reassess. They think they might have been too specific in the details, and that by taking off that height and weight requirements, they might encircle the person they're looking for here. There are new investigators on this case. They've inherited some information, but not a lot of it is useful. That's why they're looking to broaden the pool of suspects, I think. Here's the world. That's a good sign for the ultimate outcome. That's a card of completion. So there will be a resolution in this case. There are a lot, this is the Nine of Wands. There's a lot of pressure. There are a lot of pressure on these investigators to find the murderer of these girls, but they're feeling pretty blocked. I don't know by what or by whom, but they are, again, reassessing, which shows up a lot of times in this reading. Reassessing the way they did it before, trying to figure out if there's a new way to go. The next is the Four of Pentacles. You can see they're locking up what they have now. Again, I see this as a conflict. Some of the investigators want to broaden the scope of the investigation, and others want to lock down what they've got and keep hammering away at what they've got and not try to go looking for any new clues. They've got some solid things they need to look at, and the conflict here is very strong. So as a whole, I would say that the answers are still being hidden by law enforcement. We aren't going to see anything. They've got some new people on the team that don't necessarily fit with the way things had been done before, which is kind of plodding and this is the way we do it and step by step, and they want to try some new things. They feel blocked. They feel like they need to broaden the scope of what they're looking at so that they can then close the circle in on the suspect. There will be a resolution, but it doesn't look like it's going to come very soon. The old information is being locked up. The new people are feeling frustrated, and I think there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with law enforcement in this situation that's internal turmoil and infighting. I'm going to grab let's see what the bottom of the deck is. The Queen of Wands. Now, that's someone in authority. Could be a woman. It could not be. It doesn't necessarily have to be. But let's see what she has. She is making decisions, and she makes decisions based on her own best interests. So maybe part of this infighting is someone in authority, that has some political ambitions, or they want to look the hero. They are this person, the kind of one with power, maybe the lead investigator, maybe the FBI over the local law enforcement. Someone in authority is slowing this down and blocking the new investigators that are trying to open this up. They did make some small inroads by taking off the information from that poster, but they do have more information in audio that they could be releasing to the public. That's why they're locking these things up, keeping them hidden away. They aren't going to let us see them. So that's what it is right now. I think a lot of information is there. I think they truly will resolve this eventually. They're not going to do it right now. There's a whole lot of infighting going on around this, which is frustrating to everyone, I'm sure. So, thank you for listening to my reading. Come back and join me again. Like, share, and we'll see you next time. Bye.